All right, so blessed. So someone seemed to say that Rastafari is a movement, and other ones seem to say Rastafari is a self-saving judgment. It's a individual journey. It's an individual trod. And I'm like, you can't have a movement and an organization of individuals. What does that mean? Nothing to get done if everybody's just a free individual. If it's a movement, that means it has to be an organization. That means it has to be a community. But whenever I seem to get on social media and chat about community, people look at me as if I'm fantasizing or I'm talking like I'm weak and I'm afraid to live alone. Like I haven't been doing that in any way. I'm just so basically when y'all tell me that's a fantasy, so it's like are y'all bitter? Or y'all saying that Rastafari ain't really about nothing? Because I'm like, what did we come to? What did we come to? Did we just come into a personal faith? Or did we come to be a part of something? Because I know I was given the impression when I was young that I was joining something. It's like when people go to college and they join a fraternity or a frat house. It's supposed to bring connections. It's supposed to bring network and affiliation and the ability to open doors and give power to the individual because of group economics, group works. I can't think of the word I'm looking for, you know what I mean? But because of group efforts, it's supposed to bring more. That's why people join fraternities. That's why women join sororities and all these things, because it's supposed to create a network, create an alliance to make your life easier. And otherwise, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Because personal faith is personal faith, but one say Rastafari and one's here like okay. I don't see Christians walking down the street going, "Hail up, Christian! Peace, Christian! What's going on, Christ man?" But Rasta, we love to salute and hail up and the biggest greetings, and for what if we ain't about nothing? What we doing? What's the point to that? Because Christians don't do that. But and y'all talk about Christians in church, how they gossip and they blah blah blah. But the Christian churches have organizations where they have their food banks and their food drives and their charities where they give Miss Turner money for her rent. Like don't tell me churches don't do that, because I see churches do that every day. I see my aunties part of the committee, and even though the committee don't get along and they might talk behind each other's backs, they still come together to put on events for the community and for each other. So what is Rasta doing? Because when I talk about stuff like this, I actually get mocked. I get mocked by ones and ones. And I'm like, and it's funny how I also get mocked by ones who gave up. Ones who already cut their hair off and got sexy beards, but they on here saying the most. Yeah, you. I had to bust one at you, bro. But like, real deal. Like, what's the point to this? Like, what is the point? I want to know. Like, I was under the impression that I was joining something, but when I'm trying to cash in on what I joined, everybody's telling me that this is an individual thing. This is a self-saving journey, and it's a fantasy to talk about community. You know what I mean? And all the elders, a lot of the elders is holding on to what was, but I'm starting to think that the beautiful community that was created by the elders in the 60s and 70s that we fantasize over, it really wasn't the tenements of Rasta. It was just people surviving in the Caribbean. It was just hard times. Like me. There's been times in my life where, you too, it ain't just me. You ever been like, you ain't got no money, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really go buy no more food, and you have to figure out something in your kitchen. You got to MacGyver a meal out your kitchen. And sometimes those be the most amazing, delicious meals where you literally just worked with the scraps that you had in your cupboard, the things that you never really want, the stuff that you don't pay no mind to. When you really got to get creative, you can make an amazing meal. Like, some of the best things I love today came out of just being creative on them broke days. So I'm starting to feel like the whole Rastafari living, Ital Bushman living that we idolize, that we admire, It might have just been survival, a necessity for the moment in time. And because black people are so creative, we make things look amazing. You know what I mean? But I'm like, most of the ones who was living that life, as soon as the opportunity presented itself to go back to civilization and urban, suburban life, they went back to it. Very few, very isolated, minimal few actually kept going with the Bush trot and the Aitai trot. Most of the ones, came right back. Even Muta Baruka, for example, he always, glorifying his days in the bush, but right now he live in a upper class, suburban modern home. So it's like, what is it? What is Rasta doing? You know what I mean? I guess it's really nothing. It's not a fraternity. It's not an organization of collective institutions that's going to bring you security. So it's on me. You know what I mean? I gotta just build my family and give my family our own security individually. There's no collective. Then why are we really chanting Rastafari, and why are we doing the most greetings and acting like we about something if we ain't about nothing? Get in the comments. Let's talk about it. And I want a real dialogue. Bless it.